Hey there, it's Andrea with A.D.S. here to bring you the very best in marketing and branding tips, as well as business tips for those of you who are entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and personal branders. And if you're listening to this, we are in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, April 2020. And as you know, we probably all know someone or know of someone who has been affected by COVID-19. And unfortunately, some of us know people who've actually passed away because of it. And so recently that came into my world. I had a client call me 2 mornings ago, letting me know that a very dear friend and mentor of theirs passed the night before from COVID-19. He was a well-known physician, real pillar of their community, and again, very close as a mentor and friend to him, and his world was just so very distraught over it. And he called me because he said, I need a video memorial tribute, because he was talking about how the wife couldn't see him, and because of COVID, and people cannot see their loved ones when they've passed away. And so how very heartbroken she was, and no one could do a funeral for all these many reasons. And so people were looking for a way to honor him properly and to pay tribute to their friend who they clearly just lost out of nowhere. And so he didn't have anyone else to call but me, and asked if I could help pull together a memorial tribute, kind of a video that could be shared around. And then the idea was to do a toast in honor of him virtually over Zoom. And so we coordinated all of that with, getting the video done, and then also getting it out over e-blast, sending out an mass email to everyone with the video embedded, or LinkedIn rather, and also with an invite to the kind of happy hour tribute toast memorial time that all of his fraternity brothers were doing for him. So, if you are in that situation where you are needing to honor a loved one that no one can go to a funeral for, and you just feel so helpless, powerless, because everyone wants to pay their respects and grieve their friend and remember their friend or loved one, a memorial video is a great way to do that. So I'm going to walk you through just some simple steps of how to do this if you're having to be in a situation yourself, what you can do and what you should be thinking about. And so that's what this video today is about, and I hope it helps you. And again, if you're in this situation and it has affected you personally, my condolences to you. My heart goes out to you and everyone who's been affected by this crazy pandemic. So let's get started.
Today's a tough day for us. We've lost a giant in Sigma Pi Phi, Archon Judson A.D.S, past regional Psi Archon of the Southeast Region of Sigma Pi Phi fraternity. Judson led the Southeast Region of Sigma Pi Phi with dedication and a focus on Boule quality. He understood and exemplified the Boule spirit and sought to know the best of one another. His desire to become the first international Grand Psi Archon of the Boule was aspirational and a testament of his commitment to our body. His passing is an incredible loss for the fraternity, for Nassau, the Bahamas, and for all that had the great fortune of spending time with him. Today's a very tough day for me. Judson was my mentor, my leader, and my friend. I pray for his eternal rest and peace with God's favor, and that his family be strengthened by the knowledge of his good works here on earth. So I'd like to pose a toast to my friend, to my mentor, to my cigar aficionado, and to the keeper of the white Hennessy. Oh, here's to other meetings and merry greetings then, and here's to those we've drunk with but will never drink again. I love you, Batman. Rest easy, brother. Until we meet again.
So the first thing you want to do is gather photos and a bio. Photos and a bio is going to be so very helpful for a couple of reasons. So of course you need as many photos as possible. Video is even better if you've got it. So put the word out, gather the photos, gather whatever video you can. And the bio is so helpful because it gives kind of like a way to frame their lifetime, so to speak. You know, it depends on how long you need this to be. If this is something that's going out over email, you know, and you can make it as short as 2-3 minutes. You can make it as long as you like. It's your friend. You know, you can do 20-30 minutes or more if you want. You know, so all that's up to you. We purposefully did ours rather short, and we put it on an unlisted link in YouTube so that it can't be necessarily searched, but if you have the link, you can view it. And that seemed to be a good solution because if you're using an email system like MailChimp or Constant Contact, you can use, pretty certain Constant Contact is like this, but I know for sure MailChimp because we just did this, and I use MailChimp all the time for clients. You can take the YouTube link and then use that in your email and it will show up with an image of your video. You can click a little play button and boom, people are watching your video. You know, easy peasy. It's no big file in your email and that kind of thing. So that's why we did it that way. So again, you want to start with your photos, any video, and a bio. And then, you know, consider how long you want this to be. To be honest, the longer you make this, the harder it's going to be editing it and all of this. So, you know, it can be done very nicely, very succinctly, and in a very heartfelt way in just 2 or 3 minutes. It really can. And then if you want to create a longer one afterwards to remember them by, you know, that could be a longer term project. But when you need to get this out the door and it's immediate and everyone's grief is so fresh, you know, it's so helpful to have something quick that you can put out there and make everyone feel better in some way because they can't be there right now. So, you know, the faster you can get this done, the better. And so literally, my client called me to do this at 9:18 in the morning, Monday. I said 2 days ago, yeah, my days are blurring together in this quarantine. They called me at 9:18 in the morning on Monday. It took literally all to create a 2-minute video, get this out on eBlast, coordinate all the photos and the bio information and everything between, you know, back and forth on phone and email and everything. That was 9:18 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Really an entire day to coordinate all that and pull it all together and get the email done and get the invite out so they could have their happy hour tribute that night for their friend. And it was a good amount of work. So just know it can be a good amount of time. You need to be able to invest that time, set aside a good day to pull together this kind of information. So, you know, again, photos and bio. Make that top priority. You're going to have to pull that together from the best resources, friends, family around you who has the best photos and video of your friend. And again, you know, some sort of timeline bio. So, you know, if you've got childhood pictures and all that, you can show the progression of their life, when they got married, if they got married, when they had kids and all of this, and maybe when their kids got married, they had grandkids if they were so lucky. You know, just showing that progression, what college they went to. You know, sweetheart pictures are so adorable, Christmas pictures when, you know, of them doing the things they love. You know, if they love to golf, if this particular person loved cigars, Cuban cigars, and was a big 49ers fan and things like that. You know, things that really speak to who they were and the things they loved the most. That is going to be what makes this so memorable and the things that's going to really touch people's heartstrings about their friend, because these are the things that made them who they are, the things they love and the people that they love. So you want to show those things through photo and video, okay? So photo, video, bio. And now I'm going to walk you through how to do this through Adobe Premiere Pro. And I'm also going to quickly show you a couple of other tools that are even easier than that. So if you're used to Adobe Premiere Pro, great. If you've got a cousin, family member who knows how to work Adobe Premiere Pro, they can watch this segment of the video. Otherwise, skip forward to the easier section where you've got some easier tools and resources you can just plug and play, you know, pictures and video into, throw some sound on it, and boom, you've got an easy video no stress. You're not having to super learn anything too hard. Okay, so I'm going to list those out for you, and then you'll have your video ready to go for your loved one. So what I've done here is I've gone to Facebook, and I'm using myself as an example so as to not like embarrass anyone or whatever. Okay, and so I just went through and snagged a bunch of pictures, and I saved them in my sample video folder. So I created a sample video folder. Here's all the pictures I saved. Totally not going to use all of them. You're not going to use all of them, especially if you plan on having a shorter 2 to 3 minute video. But just, save all the ones that catch your eye, that help tell the story of that person's life. And then what we're going to do is make these slides that look pretty, and they look nice, and they look well done, professional, like a little better than just photos thrown on a slide, right? So what you're going to want to do is go to Canva, of which I taught you guys how to do this before, how to do Canva, but you're going to want to go to Canva and start a new deck. And I can show you the size I did for this. I did 1280 by 720. You can resize this to whatever you like. And you just want to make sure that it works for a video. So think of a 16 by 9 size ratio video. That in pixels, you could do 1920 by 1080. You can do 1600 by 900. So there's plenty of sizes you can do that kind of fit that range for video. So just make sure it's like a video size. If you're really unsure, you can go for the size in here of YouTube thumbnail or something like that. YouTube video works 1920 by 1080, so use that one. Okay, and so what I did was I just went in here and designed up these slides, of which there's plenty of templates and things you can choose from to kind of give yourself a look. I just kind of created my own thing in here. And again, if you want to learn how to use Canva, we covered that in the previous video about how to do virtual party invites. So that even though it's about party invites, it still walks you through the steps of how to navigate around Canva if you're new to it. Hopefully you know how to use it, but if you don't, it's a very user-friendly program. It's web-based. Anybody can get on and jump on and do it. So it's very easy, okay? So I just created these little templates here. I uploaded some of these photos, so you'll see some of these photos from my sample video folder I showed you. And you can just type in things here. So this is like a title slide. It has the name, a little message, forever in our hearts, their photo. This is kind of a ender slide that I probably want to use just to kind of say, goodbye, I'm happy, blah, blah, blah. And this is the slide after that, forever in our hearts, kind of nice. This is this kind of starter slide. So, insert name, Andrea was an exceptional woman. You have a picture of them kind of in their element doing what they do. And just some tidbits about them. She loved traveling. This is a cool little thing, you can play around with. I really like the look of these kind of Polaroid shots with this tape image here. It's so cute. I found these in some templates and I just worked it around to something that I liked. So that's the value of having templates in Canva. You can play with a look that you love. And these are just tidbits about my life. Founded the A.D.S agency in 2016. She grew up between Florida and South Carolina. She graduated with an MBA from Clemson. She's a proud AKA. She loved beautiful architecture. She loved networking and meeting new people. She adored her nephews and nieces in ATL, Florida. And she actually did love cooking, something to make people smile. She always wanted to go to Paris. And this is just a little overlay, extra overlay we can play with. So, just a couple of slides. This is like 15 of them. It's not going to cover every single aspect of this person's life, every detail. This is meant to be a highlight and just a quick, heartstring, I love you kind of a tribute that people can watch and share over and over again. And remember, you want this to be digestible, snackable, so to speak, easy to consume online. So, the shorter the better. 2 to 3 minutes, again, is pretty decent for a video like this. Again, you can go much longer if you want to. You got a program or something going on, but I'm sticking with the 2 to 3 minute time range. So once you're done with all this, you're going to download them all. And so I'll show you where I saved all of these. In my sample video folder, I made another folder called Slides, and I saved all of these in here along with the music for the video. This is Amazing Grace. And it's just going to play here for you if it can get itself together. We are going to go in now to Adobe Premiere Pro. So if you don't have Adobe Premiere Pro, you can just sign up for it. You just search Adobe Premiere Pro online and get the app. The whole suite is not too pricey. I use the whole suite because I'm in marketing and branding, but if you were to just buy Premiere Pro itself, like the whole suite that I use is like $45 a month, but something like Premiere Pro may be just $19 or something, and maybe just get it for a month or keep it, if you plan on doing videos in the future. So you would go to open a new project. I'm going to open a project. I already opened a project called Sample Videos, so but it's pretty new anyway, so you would just click on new and you would open that up, and it kind of looks like this. Yours may look slightly different, but you just look for the items that I'm going to show you and you can be well on your way to a lovely video. So what you want to do is go find your folder. So where did I save this thing? It was under, oh yes, so these are the files for the video I'm working on now for you. Here is my sample video folder. So I'm just locating where I saved all these images and everything. So again, I made a separate folder because there's so many pictures in here. It can get daunting to look through 100 pictures through this tiny little area here on Adobe Premiere Pro. So that's why I made this extra slides folder. And then boom, everything's nice and clean. You don't have to go hunting, searching for the stuff. It's right here. And all I'm doing is I'm taking a picture like this, and I'm going to drag it over here to this area. See where it says V? V for like visual, A is audio, audio, visual. So your visual is on top and your audio is down here. And so actually, I made these a little bit big for the sequence settings, but that's okay. I'm going to show you how to adjust that. So if you click on this, you can go over here. On your left here is this effect controls area. And if again, you don't see what I'm seeing, you can always go to view and kind of change up your workspace area. So you can go to effects, graphics, audio, and all that to kind of change up what you need to see. But I'm going to this effect controls area, and when I click on this image down here in the visual kind of tray area here, then I can resize it by dragging this scale button. And this is very important. You want everything to be the same size. So this is 68. I'm gonna go down to one more to like 67. And because these are all a bit oversized, then I'm gonna make all these size 67, like 67% of its original size, okay? And now, so I've got that slide. There was a slide that I wanted for my first one. I think it was the exceptional woman slide. Oh, there it is. Andrea Smith was an exceptional woman. All right, so that was slide number 1. Again, I'm gonna resize all these to 67%. And then I'm just going to start mixing in some slides. Same thing, I'm just dragging and dropping. I'm changing the size so it fits right. Let's see, she found the A.D.S agency, and so I'm just going to go through and put all these in. I purposefully did this kind of transparent image here because it's a cute kind of overlay. You can throw it over another image. So this slide where it says she loves her nieces and nephews, I can also kind of add on this image here. And again, this is just for demonstration purposes, so you'll want to perfect that on your end to how you want it. And did I get all of these in here? Let's just double check. All right, again, this is all for demonstration purposes, so you are going to be a lot more careful with your video. Okay, and these are our ender slide videos over here. Got this one, and then we've got this one. Okay. And also, we have a video file in here, Amazing Grace. So you can find video files on places like SoundCloud or wherever, and especially because this is not for commercial use, meaning this is not for your business or something like that. Like you really, you know, largely this is going to be for personal usage. You know, you have a little more free reign if you're just making this kind of a private video. You know, you can use almost any music, but you can find royalty-free music on places like SoundCloud, and you just find the file and download it, and then you drag and drop it down here in this audio section. So this button plays what you've been doing. So you can play it, and you can, and I'll show you how you can like drag these image areas so it times up with music, how you want it, and that kind of thing. All right, so I wanted to switch to my next slide after that little bar there. So I'm just doing this based off of how long I want to see these images on here. All right, like that. I might, if you can move things all the way around and move these images over, you know, if you kind of want to mix it up. Oops. If you ever mess up, go to Edit, Undo. Undo is your friend. There's also a video I want to incorporate, you know, so if you want to add in a little video section, this is a video I got from this trip I was on back when the world was open and free in San Diego earlier in March. And so this was just a fun thing. And I'm just going to copy this and paste it into my sample video slides folder. All right, so that's going in there. And I'm going to show you how to insert that. So you just want to have plenty of room to add in your video here. So here's my video. This was at a Roaring 20s party. And I don't have to use all of this video, right? So, or I could make more space for it if I play through this. So I can go and shorten these images here. Because I'm just making space for my video, so. All right, that looks like it's almost enough space. And then I don't have to use all that video either. That's kind of nice, you know, because it looks happy and golden, like she loves celebrating life. How sad. All right, so that's kind of nice. And then we've got our two ender slides here. You can kind of drag and select things like this and move them around. And then it ends like that, you know. So you can, I could, if I wanted to, if I wanted all of this to drop on the music, I could like shorten up this video, but I'm kind of okay with it. So I'm just going to leave that how it is. And then when you're done with this, what you're going to do is hit File and then, well, Save. Saving is good. And then we're going to go to File, Export, Media. File, Export, Media. We're going to do H.264. So just hit that H.264 on this formatting area. And then you're going to name it on this output name. So I'm just going to put Andrea's memorial video. So sad. I feel sad I'm making my own memorial video. Okay, I'm going to put this also under the sample video. And then you're going to hit export. And even though this is a pretty short video, videos in general tend to take some time to render out, as I call it. They're, you know, it's pulling together an entire thing. So you just gotta wait a minute for it to do that, but I believe that's finished. So when it's done, you're gonna go to your folder. Slides, is it in there yet? I don't think so. Did I save it in here? Oh yeah, I saved it in this one sample video folder. Okay, so here it is, and you can open it up and watch how your video rendered out. Okay, and also I just want to show you these options for creating a memorial video because I know that learning Adobe Premiere Pro kind of on the fly can be a little bit hard and time consuming. So these are kind of some easier, just get it done, throw in some pictures and throw on some music types of things. So what I showed you is how to kind of do it, you know, as nice, polished as possible without having to pay a videographer to pull this together for you for $1,000 to $3,000, however much they're charging. So, you know, that's how you can do it yourself. But these are kind of really easy, do it yourself, throw it in, get it done. Tools I found out here that I think are pretty easy. So this one's called picturethisorganized.com. And if you go to this memorial tribute video, you search for this memorial tribute video area, you can scroll through and find some tips on how to create your own video, which is really good. So I highly recommend reading this, picturethisorganized.com, and just search memorial tribute video and you'll find some good tips there. Tribute is a great way to directly make your video. So you can start a tribute here. Pretty easy. And you can it even lets you easily combine several videos. So if your friends want to get together, you know, if they're open to this and say something on behalf of your friend, you know, you could do like a combined toast video, putting all these videos together. So you can start that. And it just shows you how to do it. They actually have all these other fun things too that make making videos easy for many occasions. So tribute.co is a great place to go just to, you know, kind of whip up a quick video on the fly. And also Animoto is a good site as well. Animoto.com, and, you know, search for memorial video Animoto and you'll find this. And you can get Animoto free. So it says make a beautiful memorial slideshow. And it's got some examples here of, you know, tributes done for people, and it just walks you through easily how to make a video. So those are two direct sources you can look up, tribute.co and animoto.com. And again, picturethisorganized.com has some other good tips that you might want to check out about how to create your own memorial video. Okay, so I hope that was helpful for you.
All right, and so those are all the tools and resources I have for you, and hopefully something in that toolbox works for you and your situation. When you're done, you're going to want a way to send this out. Either you're going to post it online or you can send it over email, you know, like I mentioned earlier in this video, through a system like MailChimp, or you can take a unlisted link on YouTube. I think, in my opinion, it's better than a private link, because private, I think you're going to have to be required to have a password, if I'm not mistaken, to view the video, and you don't want to bother with all that nonsense when people are just hurting and just want to see. So make it unlisted. That means it's not necessarily going to be searchable, unless you don't mind it being searchable, and that's fine too. So anytime people Google your friend's name, that video can pop up in tribute to them. So that could be nice if you're open to that. Otherwise, you can do it as an unlisted video up on YouTube. Put it up on your YouTube channel. If you don't have one, it's very easy. It just requires a Gmail address. You can open it up in a matter of minutes. Just follow the instructions and then put your video up and put it as unlisted. And then you could just take that link, put it in an email, and then send it out to all your friends. Or again, you can also send that same link out on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you need to, likely Facebook. You can also upload it natively directly to Facebook or directly to Instagram or wherever you like, and then it can be there directly on that platform and they don't have to go to YouTube to see it. So just a couple of options of how you can deliver your memorial tribute video to your friends. I do think it's a lovely option to do a virtual memorial tribute service of some kind. I think that was a great idea what my client did. They did a toast, kind of a happy hour to their friends. He's their fraternity brother and he loved white Hennessy. So I thought that was very touching and fitting, so you have to think about your person and what would be befitting for them, but really consider a virtual event in memorial to them. You could play the video during the event, or you could just send out the video inviting people to that event. But I really do think it's so helpful to have a virtual online thing, even though it's hard and people are going to be sad. Think of it as a funeral online, because that's what we're having to do, unfortunately, for our COVID-19 victims. They are having to be remembered in this way. So again, if this is you, my heart goes out to you. Or if it's for any other reason, right now, if your friend, family member died of anything, they're still limiting funerals right now to less than 10 people. So that can be very hard for all the other friends who want to be there, who wish they could be there in support of you and your family. So just remember, try to do a virtual event if you can. I do have a link. I'll link that video to how to do virtual events online using a tool called Zoom. Very popular platform. It got very popular once the pandemic hit and people realized we need a way to meet. We needed a way to get on with business. We need a way to gather. We need a way to meet with our friends and celebrate birthdays and stuff still. So if you're in that situation and you want to know how to do a virtual event using a tool like Zoom, you can go to that video above. It's above there. And otherwise, thank you so much for being here. Again, I'm Andrea with the A.D.S. Agency. You can follow us on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn at the A.D.S. Agency. That's THE-ADS Agency. And ADS is like ads, like advertising. The A.D.S. Agency. You can also visit our website at theadsagency.co, not .com. .co is cooler. And also, if you're listening to this on podcast, thank you so very much. Please rate and review us. We love all your comments, and we think they're fantastic. So do rate and review us, and otherwise we'll see you next time. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Like this video and subscribe to this channel. The button is below. When you hit subscribe, be sure to hit the bell, the notifications bell, so that you get notifications of these videos. Okay, my dears, thank you so much. Keep your head up and be well. If you have questions, just let me know in the comments below. Cheers.